It's the Hot Rod Podcast with Ron Foreman and Brady Wright. We literally live, eat, and breathe cars. Thanks for joining us on the podcast today. Make sure that you hit the subscribe and the like button, mash the notifications on so that you'll know every time we put a new show together and bring it to you here on YouTube. Time to get going. Let's see what's happening this week.
Okay, looks like we're ready. So it's me, Brady. I'm glad you guys are here today. Ron and I would normally be out in the garage building something, and believe me, we are. But this week we had a really cool opportunity to spend some time with Jen Cook, who is, well, you're going to find out who she is. Hang on and I'll show you.
You're into cars, you love a good time, and you'd rather build it than buy it. You just might love the Rat Bastards. We're a family-oriented nonprofit organization. We believe in 1969 and older, in the rough is enough, real steel and iron, old school, traditional hot rods and rat rods. We get together, have fun, help each other build, and cruise like crazy, because that's the way car clubs are supposed to be. The Rat Bastards are a new class of old school, and our signature event is the Infestation every July. We're charter sponsors of the Idaho Hot Rod Hall of Fame. Join us at cruise-ins all over Coeur d'Alene, Post Falls, and the Inland Empire, or at our club in Seattle. We're on the Rat Bastards Car Club page on Facebook. Join us.
With us tonight is Jen Cook, who is the chief cook and bottle washer at Crime Scene Entertainment and Crime Scene Entertainment Montana. Yeah. And also the owner and operator of Retro Studio. So welcome to the show. That's for one thing. We're glad you're a guest tonight. Tell me a little bit about Crime Scene Entertainment.
Well, Crime Scene Entertainment is a murder mystery company, and yeah, ours is a little bit different. People are usually used to going and watching more of a theater setup where there's actors on a stage. Right. And ours instead is all the guests that come are the characters. So they all get to play the parts, and it's not anything that's scripted. You get to just improv and have fun, and you can get into it as much as you want. But they find out throughout the night that one of them is a victim and one of them is the murderer. And so it's like a real life game of Clue is kind of the best explanation of how it works.
Nice.
Yeah.
That could be fun. So, I mean, I could kill myself on there, and it would be, you'd have to figure out who did it. Pretty obvious.
That's cheating, Brady. That's cheating. So how long have you been doing this?
Yeah.
Just came up on our 3-year anniversary in March.
Nice.
Congratulations. Yeah. That's awesome.
So about how many of them do you do? I mean, you do one a week, one a month, one a year? What's the...
We were doing about 1 to 2 a weekend. Things have slowed down a little bit because we're doing traveling now and going into Montana and stuff. So we're doing about 1 a weekend now.
And
why do you travel to Montana?
Oh, sorry, I got both of you. What was that?
Go ahead, Ron.
Why do you travel to Montana from Idaho?
Because we go out to a really cool haunted ghost town called Gunslinger Gulch.
Oh.
Yeah, so I reached out to them and to see if they were interested in doing some mysteries, and they jumped on it. And so now we go out quite often, and next year we're going to be out there from April to September, or at least once a month.
Nice.
What was the name of it again?
Gunslinger Gulch.
Gunslinger Gulch. Awesome. Sounds really cool.
Yeah, it's a very neat place. It's old Wild West style, so it's super fun.
I like it.
And you just came back from one just this last weekend. How many people did you have at the event?
This one was actually one of our smaller ones, and it was about 24 people, if I remember correctly, which is still
That's a small one? Wow.
Yeah.
We've had some that are up to 120, so.
Wow.
Holy moly. Who feeds all these people?
It depends on where we're at.
It must be a dinner, right?
That's pretty fun.
Not all of them include a dinner. When we go out to the Gulch, they always get like a barbecue dinner. But some of them, with the mystery, we always try to have some kind of snacks or something, but they're not always a big full dinner.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
You know, years ago, I went to one of these things that was on, well, they don't run the train anymore, but there used to be a tourist thing in Washington called the Spirit of Washington Dinner Train. And it ran from Issaquah up to, I think, Skycomish or something and back on the rail line. And they had the murder mystery as part of the ride. So the characters would move from car to car. And it was one of those deals where they were the show and you were kind of observers. But apparently most of the time, at least 1 or 2 of them would sit at your table and engage you in something like, what do you think this guy, you know, that kind of stuff.
Right.
But I kind of like your idea of making everybody sort of part of it. Do you ever surprise somebody by saying, "You're the dead guy"?
I think everybody tends to be surprised because they don't know that they're the victim until we're halfway through the game.
Oh,
so
nice.
then they find out and they're like, "Oh, okay, I get to die tonight." So everybody's always surprised.
So it's
That's really cool.
Right?
What was that, Brittany?
It's kind of scripted, right?
Not really scripted. So ours is just you get envelopes throughout the night with some objectives. So it'll tell you, go talk to this person, maybe accuse them of something. Sometimes it'll tell you to call them a name like a hussy, depending on the theme.
You hussy, Brady.
Yeah, exactly. And then from there, you get to just kind of improv. And so that's nice because if we have guests that are a little bit more shy, they can literally just do what the objective says and just keep it simple. But if we have people that really like to get into it and like to act, then they can improv off of that and really get into a character. Yeah.
I'm just saying, I will shoot somebody. It's all right.
And I will be shot.
You will know. That really sounds fun. And I got to ask, I mean, it's the obvious question. How'd you get started doing it? What sparked that in your brain?
Yeah, so what sparked all this actually goes back to my other business, the Retro Studio. And that is...
Nice transition. That's very nice.
Yeah. And so I
Segue.
specialize in 1920s to 1960s type photography. I, of course, do other things, but that's what I really specialize in. And we had a group of spokesmodels called the Retro Dolls, and one of them had a birthday coming up. And so we wanted to do something fun for her and get dressed up. And so we were like, let's do a 1920s thing. And we were trying to open it up to the public, sell some tickets, and raise some money for our group. And it just wasn't selling. I was surprised, like, okay, nobody's really buying this. So what can I do to get some interest in this event? And so I was just doing some research and thinking about things. And then I was like, oh, what if we did a murder mystery event into it? And so I got a 1920s murder mystery set up. And as soon as I changed everything to say we were doing a murder mystery, we sold out like almost immediately.
Yeah.
That was the one where we had 120 people. So it was crazy.
I didn't
and then
how much is a ticket?
It really depends on where the venue is. We have anywhere from $29 up to $100 and something, depending on if there's meals and all that good stuff.
So you do this in Seattle or Linwood or anywhere around here?
We will go anywhere if somebody asks us to come out there. We right now primarily are in North Idaho and Spokane, and then of course Montana. But yeah, if somebody wants us in Seattle and they have a venue, or if they want to do like a company party, then we would go over there and they would just cover the travel costs, of course.
So what I was thinking is maybe raffle off a ticket at our show at the Infestation, which is in like 2 weeks, on the 24th of July. Something like that. If you could email me something and the information, I could put it in a platform where they can buy raffle tickets to come to one of your events.
Okay, sure.
That could be cool.
That would be really cool.
Tell you what, we will. I'm pretty sure I can get all this information from Jen, because in addition to having the Murder Mystery Company and the photography studio, which by the way is very cool, she's in this really nice little district just north of kind of downtown Coeur d'Alene, Dalton Gardens, and where she's sitting even now, she's at the. But she's got a seriously nice little studio. If you want this kind of retro photography thing, she does all kinds of different stuff. I'm sort of being a commercial for you, but my wife went up there to stop in and see, and she just came back and raved. And
awesome.
For those of you who are watching, if you haven't seen or met my wife, Ron has. She is a lot of things, but shy isn't one of them. So
she laid it out like it is.
Pretty much. And you've been doing photography for a while too, yeah?
Yes. So since 2011 is when I got into the classic cars and pinup specialty.
Right. And we just had a big car show. It's an annual car show here in Coeur d'Alene called Car d'Alene. And of course, Jen had a booth down there. They also had a pinup contest, which Ron is familiar with from the Electric Pinup Dolls on that side. And there's lots of places that do that kind of thing. Hers was wonderful. She had a stage and the trailer and the whole 9 yards.
Cool.
And what a lot of fun, in spite of the fact that it was kind of sprinkling that day. But people had a grand old time. And
it's called Oregon Mist.
Oh, that's Oregon Mist.
Yeah,
I think that's
misdirected to hit Coeur d'Alene.
Isn't that a mixer? I'm pretty sure you add that to scotch and we can miss.
Hey.
Hey. But yeah, so it's funny because we just got started with the Idaho State Hot Rod Hall of Fame. We've talked about it before on the show, and it was an outgrowth of the Washington Hall, which I thought once I moved to Idaho, I thought, well, I'll just get involved in the hall over here, and there wasn't one. So I incorporated and started one, and Jen and her husband Dan are both on the board of the Hall of Fame over here.
Welcome aboard.
Well, all on board now. But yeah, so we're just kind of one big happy family. But I was really thrilled with the businesses that she had going on because it's really a great fit. I mean, all of the
She's quite the entrepreneur, I can tell.
She is. I think
that's awesome.
Behind the spotlight she has there, the diffuser, there's actually a press where she's printing money. I think is what.
I wish.
Maybe not. So
I know some guys.
What's coming up in the future? What do you got going on the next couple of months? I mean, it's car season here.
Heck yeah. What's going on?
I'm trying to think. We don't have a lot as far as car shows that we're going to. The murder mystery business kind of takes a lot of the stuff right now, but I've got a couple shoots coming up. I'm going to be shooting with some rat rods. Actually, Brady, you helped connect me with some of that. So looking forward to shoots in August.
Good.
He's good at that.
Yeah.
I'm a fixer. Well, that's great. Yeah. So I really appreciate you taking the time. This is kind of a short show. I'm sure we could do 2 or 3 episodes on this and sit and talk for a while.
We'll have to do it again.
Yeah, that would be fun to do it again. Bring Dan this time. He's a lot of fun. I have a picture of him wearing a variety of odd garments, which I won't post until he actually comes on the show. But tell him hi in any case, because it would have been fun to have him here.
Yes, for sure.
So Jen Cook, Crime Scene Entertainment, and the Retro Studio in Coeur d'Alene. She's on Facebook, and she's got a website and all that other cool social media stuff. So check her out. And we're definitely going to have you on again. I really appreciate you coming.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it.
The Hot Rod Podcast is sponsored by the Idaho Hot Rod Hall of Fame, a nonprofit organization that recognizes and rewards men and women who actively promote the hot rod community, clubs, and builders all over the state of Idaho. Every year we award a Hot Rodder of the Year, a Club of the Year, and a Young Rodder of the Year, as well as giving out scholarship money to students in the auto trades programs at local colleges. If you want to know more, or if you want to nominate an honoree, go to idahof.org or email us at idahof@gmail.com. That's Idahof, IDAHHOF.org, or again, idahof@gmail.com. That's it for this episode of the Hot Rod Podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe to our show, and we appreciate it if you smash those notification buttons too, so you'll know when a new one drops. For Ron Foreman, I'm Brady Wright. This has been the Hot Rod Podcast. We'll see you on the next one.